I need my graphic.
Where's my poems one?
I'll just give you driver of the day.
Actually, where's my poems graphic?
I don't get one.
Can we not? Can we
How
not
no?
vote for me? I need at least one good thing.
Hello and good evening to Tier 1 race in Monza this evening. We're having a random grid for tonight, and so as such we'll be racing in about a minute and a half time, I think. Says they're Tier 1. They've decided they want to do random grids for this race to hopefully mix it up a bit into turn 1 or for the race. So yeah, hope everybody's doing all right this evening. Sorry, give me 2 seconds. Just gotta click on that and this. Yes, so I believe yes, the whoever wants to be the first person to click ready up can go ahead now, as they have been told they can ready up. So yeah, we're going to have a random grid this evening, so we're not going to know who's on pole for this particular race. Let's wait and see and find out, shall we? Yes. Oh, I could. Well, no, I don't know if I have enough time now, because I'm sure they're going to be readying up. I could go through the standings at the moment. See if I can get it before Tier 1 standings. Oh. Yep, so in first position at the moment, leading the championship is Creamy Flaps, aka Deck, on 338 points. He's 37 points ahead, so a race win and a clean race win ahead of second place Deadly, who is not racing this evening. Christopher Schurlin is in third place, 3 points behind Deadly. So, and Mr. P is in P4, further 38 points behind. I'm sure they've got told to ready up now. Just double checking. Yeah, they have been told to ready up. So it's just waiting around, really. I don't know what the weather's going to be. It's a little bit of an overcast view right now. So possible chances of rain, I don't know. And the thing is, no one can actually tell us unless they're in the race. So it'll be a suspense. Here we go. So 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and we'll go in Monza for random grid. We have Warner. Was in P1. He's now. I don't actually understand what's going on here. Warner has apparently dropped down all the way. Warner back. It's chaos into turn 1. Warner goes straight on, trying to avoid Mr. P. We've got we got virtual safety car, and Hayes has already got a 10-second penalty for a collision. So, as we have the virtual safety car now, we have Mr. P in the Alpine leading the way, followed by Black Panther, followed by Tesco Meal Deals in the Ferrari P3. Then we've got Rusty Bolton P4, Warrener P5, Jess P6, Woody P7, Hazer P8, Shorlin P9, Ivy P10, El Humero P11, Deck P12, sorry, and Merckx bringing up the rear in P13. Woody and Jess apparently changing position. Jess is now dropping all the way out of the way. Not sure where he's going. Obviously letting people past. So assuming he has. I'm not sure what happened to Jess there, but we are racing. And Mr. P is now leading the way into turn 1 with Black Panther right up behind him. Going to move around the outside of Mr. P. Can he hold it into the corner? It looks like he's got a job done. It is job done for Black Panther in the kick there. Mr. P now following the way. We've got 3 wide. We've got collisions again with Warrener, Hazer and Woody there. No, not Warrener, Hazer, Shorlin and Woody. 3 wide into the chicane there. That doesn't really work. We've got damage on the Merc of Ivy, I think it was. Deck right behind him. What a camera angle that was. Merckx in P9. Christopher Shorlin and Hazer swapping positions there. Christopher Shorlin up to P4. We'll have a... I'm going to stay with the top 2 for a moment because Mr. P's obviously going to get a little run on Black Panther. We'll have a look at the position changes while we're coming around this part. So we see Black Panther up 2 places, Mr. P up 2 places, Warren down 2 places, Christopher Shorlin up 9 places. Is Mr. P going to have a go into... I don't want to show you that right now, so I'll hold off. Need to get the other stuff up though. There we go. No, not that one. As Black Panther sets the fastest lap, but Mr. P will take over the lead of the race. Black Panther goes back up the inside, almost loses the back end, manages to hold it back together, looks for a little undercut there, but not sure it was going to pull off as Mr. P now pulls off into the lead. We've got Warrener being caught by Christopher Shorlin in the Haas. Christopher Shorlin looked like he's... we've got this gaggle of cars here, led by Woody in the kick, with Hazer close behind him. Woody dipped into the gravel there. Is Hazer going to have a look down the inside? He's not going to make anything of that, so Woody holding on for another lap there, with Deck in hot pursuit of Hazer, who has a 10-second penalty, which will have to be served in the pits, as Ivy getting well out of the dirty air there of the Alpine in front of him. So maybe he's got some... He wants some clean air. We've got Jess still with a bit of wind damage, I think. Don't know why it went to that angle. We've got some new camera angles here today. But we should probably go back to the top, because now we're going to see Black Panther with a run, but he's a little bit far back from Mr. P than I thought he would be. Christopher Shorlin gets past Warrener. Let's have a look at these lot coming into the corner. Woody leading the way, followed by Deck. Woody locked up, he's spun, and that has let through Deck, Hazer, Ivy, Merckx. Woody's dropped down to P9. So he locked up and lost the back end of the car there, so that's not going to help his chances this evening. We go... El Humero, sorry, set the fastest lap of the race. We'll have a look at tyres in a second. Let's just calm down. There's Warrener staying with Christopher Shorlin there. DRS is helping him, I think, stick with him. DRS is open. Will he have a look down into the corner? think he might be a little bit too far back. He is just a tad back. He has a little lock up. Almost caught a bit of surprise there by the amount that Shoal in their break there. We've got yellow flags further down the line. We have Haas of Tesco's with no front wing whatsoever. We've got El Humor and Yasin. I wonder if these two came together because there's Tesco's with no front wing at all. Rusted Bolt in P11. When it back up to the top here, Black Panther wasn't able to get past Mr. P again, so Mr. P's using the ERS, I think, quite wisely, the battery wisely there. He's pulling away where he needs to pull away, just making that gap a little bit too much for Panther to get in. But I wonder if he's going to be able to do it in the next DRS zone. We'll nip back to that in a shortly. We've got Ivy and Hazer. Ivy locking up, Hazer, and we've got Mercs. All three of these guys all fighting for P7 right now. As Tesco's comes into the pits and does retire from the race. That is unfortunate. It is unfortunate. We don't like to see people retire. But yeah, I don't think there was much he could do once he came out of the pit. He was so far behind. As we've got Deck getting past Warrener. I just want to stick with these three for the minute because they are very... As Humo has left the session, if race control could swing in and invite back. But these three, we've got Hazer, Ivy, Hazer and Mercs, all within all within DRS of each other. Ivy obviously will not have DRS. He's taken a different line here, trying to get the dirty air away. But Deck going past Christopher Shawlin now up into P3. Will we see Warrener making a move on Shawlin? He locks up almost into the back as Mercs gets past Ivy. No, sorry, gets past Hazer. And while Hazer was trying to get past Ivy, Mercs has just nipped in there and used the distraction to his advantage. Let's see, we've got Hazer. He's still running front wing damage as well. We've got another lock up into the turn there. I think that was Ivy or Warrener. Warrener's lock ups won't have helped his tyres at all through this race as Shawlin is staying within DRS of Deck, but for how long? Because that Alpine is definitely flying this evening. Sumo had an invite back. No, I'm just going to try and invite him. Hello. There we go. I've sent him an invite. That's all we can do. As Panther's got past Mr. P. I didn't see this. But has he got enough battery to out-drag him through this long straight now? Because obviously Mr. P will have DRS and is already alongside and already past. Panther did not have enough battery to hold on to that for the time being. But we've got a little switches between these two. Hazer now comes into the pits to unfortunately serve his 10 second, but I'm assuming to... I hope not to retire. But he will be serving his 10 second, probably get a new wing while he's at it, as Panther and Mr. P into turn 4, I think that is. Mr. P still holding the way. Panther's a lot closer as Deck and Shawlin, Warrener. And these three, Ivy, Mercs and Woody, very close to each other. He's is still in the pits. He's coming out of the pits. This is good news. So he will continue on his way. Mr. P is holding off Black Panther here. Not really giving him any chance to break away. Well, neither of these two are getting a break away from each other. They're staying within DRS, but they are pulling away from the rest of the field, apart from Deck, who is catching them. So while they're squabbling over P1, Deck is using this to his advantage and getting closer to them as Christopher Shawlin now drops out of DRS of Deck he has. So this will help Warrener as Rusted Bolt picks up a time penalty. So Warrener will help close up on Christopher Shawlin. Not sure we'll get around Mercs and Ivy. These three are still squabbling. Mercs, Ivy, Warrener, sorry, Ivy down the inside of Mercs. does make it work, and he puts the Mercedes back in front of the Aston. Woody is catching them up. He'll be watching them very closely. Deck now caught further 4 tenths on these two with their continual fighting. I'm not sure which one to go to. Let's see. Let's go and have a look with Merckx. Let's see what he's going to do down the DRS zone here. But we have Woody very close behind him now. Ivy saving a bit of battery there to use down this straight, I'm sure. I think they're all saving battery. Is Merckx going to have a little look? We have yellows at Merckx. There's a 3 second more. Humo has some... no, he doesn't have damage. I'm not sure what was going on there. But Black Panther is a bit, I think, a bit too far away to get up to Mr. P right now. So obviously just trying to charge his battery up and try and think of a way. As Warren is now looking to get past Christopher Shawlin into turn 1, and he does so. Pulls back across to the racing line and brakes nicely for the turn. The chicane there. Merckx gets past Woody. No, sorry, Woody gets past Merckx and up into P7. He will next try and go to Ivy, and he's very close to the back of Ivy here. Is he going to have a look into the chicane? Almost pushing him round. Look at that. He's not going to have a move. He is. He's looking. He's not. He's going to wait until the DRS zone, I think. And then we'll see what happens as Hazer puts in the fastest lap of the race with a 1:21.4. As Merckx almost off track there, pushing hard to catch back up to Woody and Ivy here. Woody DRS is open. Black Panther still 6 tenths off the way. Woody will make a move before the corner and pops up into P6 now. As Christopher Shawlin is nearly outside of DRS there of Warren. Warren has done a good job to try and break away from him. And Deck, you can see now almost within DRS zone of the top 2 here. Panther not looking to make a move there. Mr. P was kind of defensive, but just sort of showing he was prepared for whatever was to come his way. Shawlin now on the back of Warrener. Will we be close enough to have a look into the corner here? We won't be close enough, but Deck will have DRS into the next zone. As Ivy holding off Woody and Merckx still. Merckx, have a look for Ivy. A little lock up. Ivy spun. Ivy has spun, so that's put Merckx through. And Hazer's got past Rustic Bolt, who's coming out of the pits. Jess, 10-second pit lane for Humo, who is retired from race. We've got Jess, Woody and Ivy now. Ivy dropped 6 seconds behind Merckx now with that spin. As Deck gets past Black Panther. As Black Panther also gives him a little nudge. As going on, but as Mr. P pulls into the pits, both will have DRS here as Humo's car is coming out of the pits even though he has retired. And Deck takes P1 due to his teammate coming into the pits. And Black Panther stays in P2. Well, goes up to P2 now. Warren in P3. Christopher Shawlin. The yellow flags out. I think that's for the Merckx, the Aston. As I click on Jess, and he's also spinning around. 10-second penalty for Ivy for cutting corner. I'm pretty sure that was to avoid coming together with Jess there. But Woody in P7, Mr. P in the first round of pit stops this evening is the only one to have pitted onto with the normal strategy. Otherwise, people have come in for changes of front wings and such. But Panther is staying with Deck, staying within the window. We have a look at tyres. We haven't seen tyres, have we? No. No, we haven't. So Deck and Panther still on the medium tyres, along with Shaolin and Merckx and Jess. 10 laps they've been on those tyres, obviously. Warrener is the only hard runner from the start as these two come into the pit. So Warrener will take up the lead of the race. How far can he take the hards now? As Christopher Shaolin comes into the pits, is Merckx going to come in as well? Merckx is not going to come into the pit. He's going to continue round for another lap. So he moves up. Ivy, I'm sure will keep on going round. So we've got these drivers that we're moving up a few positions. So Ivy moves up to P3 now. Mr. P back up to P4. So he is your net leader at the moment, with obviously Warrener and Merckx and Ivy yet to pit. But Mr. P takes up the lead, net lead of the race. We've got yellow flags for Jess there. Not sure what happened. We've got Rusty Bolt setting the fast lap on hard tyres. There you go. Woody comes back out the pits. Fresh tyres. Possibly to the end of the race. Not sure they'll last. But Warrener, as you can see, is leading the way. We have penalties. 10 seconds for Ivy, but I'm fairly sure that was for avoiding an accident, so I don't know if there's anything we can do about that, as he still has to pit. So yeah, unfortunate. Yellow's out again for Jess, taking another scenic route around the track. Probably wants to have a look at the foliage, I guess. Wonder what trees they are. I don't know. I'm sorry. Merckx now comes in the pit, but it looks like he had a puncher there. That's so yes. So he's got a front left puncher. So that was a difficult stop to make, because obviously he was still going around the corner as Warrener locks up there, kicks up a bit of dirt from the side of the track, but is still continuing on his way. Mr. P is your net race leader. Ivy has Deck for company, and not Deck. Yes, he has Deck for company, and Deck looks to move up the inside through the next couple of corners, holding it nicely round the outside. Deck. Rusted Bolt has a 10-second penalty for corner cutting. I'm not entirely sure what is happening. I'm not. Warrener still leading the way. Is he going to come into the pits now? Or is he going to go around again? Maybe he could get into lap 15, 16. Should be alright. There's Mr. P and Deck, followed by Ivy and Black Panther, who don't think he's pitted either. I know he has. Panther has pitted. So Panther will now move up to P4. Ivy coming into the pits now. Warrener is the only one on track yet to stop, as Busted Bolt gets 3-second penalty. Shaolin, Ivy serving his 10 seconds as well. Now they get to work on the car. The mediums go on again. Rusted Bolt, 10-second penalty for speeding into pit lane. He is retired from the session. Jess still going round. He's got... It's just been lapped, unfortunately, by Warrener. Rusted Bolt left the session. But Warrener still going around. Can't see what the tyres they look like. His left front not looking too tasty right now. See, back end stepped out a little bit there. Is it time to pit? Warrener says no. He continues on his merry way around Monza this evening, as Mr. P will be watching that and just seeing how long those hards can go, to make sure he feels comfortable and hopefully bringing home a 1-2 with Alpine this evening. Black Panther looking good for P3 at the moment. Christopher Shaolin looking good for P4. I say P4, he's in P5 now, but obviously Warrener is still yet to pit. Jess has Warner is in front of him. Hazer is coming into the pits. Those soft tyres had enough now. He's gone on to the hard tyres, I believe, there. So he'll be going to the end of the race now. Ivy moves up to P8. Merckx is the only one with a penalty now. And Mr. P and Deck Jess has got a 3 second for multiple corners. When will Deck be getting past Mr. P? Is he going to do it before the detection zone or after? I think he'll do it after the detection zone. And will these two possibly work together to pull away from Black Panther? Stay with Deck just to see him go past. And there he goes, moves to the inside or the outside and takes the racing line. Mr. P drops back onto the racing line, and you have an Alpine 1-2 at net 1-2 at the moment. Warner 10 seconds up the road, losing roughly about a second and a half to the Alpines there. So he's still yet to pit. Warner picks up a 3 second penalty for multiple track limits, I would believe that is. The Jess is obviously closing back up to Warner with the fresher tyres. Woody's coming into the pits to put on a fresh set of hard tyres there. He'll be going to the end again. And it's all kind of settled down really. I mean, the two Alpines are the closest on track at the minute. And yeah. So I think this is pretty much, I think, how it's going to end this evening. I don't see any more chaos happening. Would be nice to have some chaos, but as Warner comes into the pitch now, and it will probably come out P6, P7, maybe just in front of, he should come out in front of Ivy, possibly just in front of Merckx. As Warner, he leaves the pits now, so yeah, he'll come out in front of Merckx quite comfortably, about 3 seconds, maybe 4 seconds, 8 seconds, 6 seconds, 5 seconds, about 5 seconds. There you go. And yeah, so this is how the race is continuing. Black Panther just sticking his tyre there into the gravel. Want to put some sand out on the track to make it difficult for the other drivers, hopefully cause some chaos for us here. As Ivy is in the pits again. A little glitch out for he's having another penalty, so he's back into the pits. And he's out again. Woody up to P8, Hazer P7 at the moment. Merckx P6, Warner P7, P5, Shorlin in the Haas P4, Black Panther P3, and the Alpine of Mr. P, P2, and Deck P1. And we're having a little inter battle here with very safe requirements of this battle. 6 car widths gap before the overtake. A lot can't be within 3 seconds. Yes. I think they're going to give each other at least four car widths gap between them when they're overtaking, just to make sure it's nice and clean. Don't want to have any contact with their jeopardy of losing a 1-2 finish this evening. As Mr. P tail happy there, just have a little slide, and Deck will once again get DRS. Save his battery up a little bit as well. He's probably full battery as it is. They're probably just having a little giggle with each other, probably, if they are in the chat themselves. Trying to decide who will go on to win this race, I think, would be their conversation right now. I don't see Black Panther catching them. I don't see many people catching many people, to be honest with you. There's Warner is in P5 in a minute. Let's have a quick goosey at the tyres. Can't remember where it is on now. So Warner's on the medium tyres, Ivy on medium tyres, fresh medium tyres as well. And the hard runners, apart from Woody and Hazer, and Merckx and Jess, are all 7 or older lap tyres now. So maybe the mediums will catch up. Have a look at the old changes there. Panther's not moved from P3. Was leading the race for a few laps with Mr. P. They're trading first and second with each other. Mr. P up 3 places into P1. Deck up 10 places to P2. Christopher Shulin up 9 places to P4 at the moment. Warner down 4. Merckx is up 2. Hazer up 3. Woody up 1. And Ivy up 2. And Jess, unfortunately, down 8 places. So, yeah, who do people seek the driver of the day this evening? Penalties, 3 seconds. I think everybody has stopped now. A couple of people have stopped twice. As here we have the Alpines swapping places again. Nice and safe. Good gaps between them. Brake nice and early and not too early, but nice and gently, conserving those tyres for the next 7 laps. Just to make sure they come away with the win. And Shulin there out of the chicane, followed by Warner, who is possibly catching. He is catching slowly, but how long will those mediums run for with good grip? He locks up into the chicane there as Hazer puts in the fastest lap on the rate of the race. Warner, a little bit almost track limits there, but keeping him on the black stuff. And Panther did a sterling job in P3 for the kick team. Don't think Shulin is going to catch him. It's staying roughly around the 6.5, 6.7. The yellow flag's out for Woody. He's not got any damage. Maybe just spun a little bit. He now has Ivy catching him. Has Woody got? No. I don't look like he's got any damage unless, or a puncher I thought maybe, but you know you shouldn't have a puncher. But that has brought Ivy up closer to him now. We could have a little battle going on for P8. Is Deck and Mr. P still trudging along. Hazer comes into the pits for another set of hard tires. How many hard tires does this guy have today? He's coming out of the pits now, which will bring him a lot closer to Woody and Ivy. I think they might get past him. They do get past him. Now Hazel will have fresh tires. Squirreling out of the pit there. Took off the pit limiter and just went, I'm flooring this. Let's go. And go he did. Almost into the wall. But we've got Woody closely followed by Ivy. There's your 2 Alpines still leading the way, 1 and 2 with Black Panther with the kick in 3. And Christopher Shulin in 4th. Warren at P5. Merckx P6 for the Astons. Woody in the other kick there, P7. Ivy almost out of DRS range. I wonder if he was in the detection. He was in the detection zone. But Woody doing a good job of trying to get away from Ivy there. But Ivy, I think, used a lot of battery plus the DRS to close up to Woody on that straight, as Hazer picks up a 3-second penalty to try and catch up to these two, which he is doing, and probably will get there with maybe 3 laps to go, maybe less, as Woody and Ivy. Will Ivy make a move into turn 1? He goes to the inside, and Woody, I think, just let him have that as Ivy locks up. Both fronts lock up there, but he does manage to get it stopped in time and moves ahead of the kick up into P7. I don't like it. Woody now obviously will want to take that position back, and that has brought Hazer into contention quicker than I thought. Obviously these two battling, and he has the fresher tyres of the 3 of them, and his tyres they're all on hard. Ivy's on the mediums, so Ivy tyres I think will be wearing off as Woody gets past Ivy before the next straight, as Ivy almost had a new rear end of the Ferrari. They were going for the Mercedes Ferrari look, and so I think Hazel will be looking to have a go at Ivy in the DRS range window, but because Ivy does have DRS in front, Ivy goes to the inside, and there's lockups. We're side by side, we're neck and neck. We've got a 2-wheeled Ferrari. Ivy does manage to hold on, but Hazer is right up behind him. This is the kind of racing we want to see. And Hazer looking to the inside there. I don't think Ivy's going to have much to hold him. Ivy locks up. Hazer doesn't manage to get the job done. Even on the fresher tyres, those mediums are still working nicely. Side by side they go. And there's contact. There's chaos. There's more contact. And these two really giving it all it's worth. But I think that's Ivy that's come away with some front wing damage, as now it's got the other side. They're side by side again. These two will not give up. But I think Hazer, who doesn't have front wing damage, but I think it's just the front end plate of Ivy's car there. But I don't know if that's gonna keep him out of the DRS. I think he was just inside it, but I'm not sure if he'll be able to close up to him to cause any real bother now, as he almost spins it. Where's the camera going? Nearly loses the back end completely. Deck and I and Mr. P swap places down the pit straight for the start of the 25th lap. Mr. P is now leading the way, and I think that is all the chaos we're gonna possibly have this evening, unless Deck and Mr. P feel like having a go at each other. But I think Ivy's gonna have to drop off from there. I don't think he'll have enough to stay with him. We've got that is it really. That was the closest battle we had, apart from these two. It's not really a battle as such. And we got yellows out. I think that might be for Warrener. Possibly. Merckx has closed up a bit. I'm sure it was a bit further away, but not sure what those yellows are for there. But Hazer is closing up to Woody a little bit. Is there going to be enough time to have one final crazy battle for P7? P7. As these two now starting the 26th lap. Is Mr. P going to come away with the win, or is it going to be Deck? What is the discussions with the inter-team? Between the two teammates, sorry, not the inter-team. As Merckx is coming into the pits to put on a pair of soft tyres. So obviously those tyres weren't going to make it to the end, or well, I don't know. He just feels like he wanted to be safe. He's not going to lose any places. Ivy as a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. And Hazer has caught up to Woody. So we will have a final lap battle for P7. Hold on to your hats, people. It's going to get interesting, maybe. Possibly, hopefully. Woody is trying to break the toe to the Ferrari. Will the Ferrari, is Woody a little tail happy coming out of the corner there? That camera just never turns quick enough. Is Hazer going to have a look into the chicane here? Woody is not going defensive. Hazer just showing his car, not really looking to make the move there. But he has definitely got fresher tyres. Woody is going defensive into these two right-handers. I'm not sure he's going to have any answer to Hazer down this straight here. Hazer does have the better grip, the better tyres. Woody, I think, just going to settle in behind, try and use the battery he saved down this straight, but his eyes look very surprised. Very surprised there. Not sure that he's going to do if it wouldn't it back up to these two as they are coming round the turns for the last time this evening. Who will come away with the win? As Woody now back within DRS, moves to the inside, doesn't make the move stick. We nip back over to two Alpines, rounding the final corner for the last time this evening, and the two Alpines shaking their car all over the track. Mr. P, Deck P2, Black Panther P3, Christopher Shawlin comes across P4, Warner will come across in P5, but I'm just gonna, as Hazer picks up another penalty for track limits, I assume. Woody will with DRS, but I'm not sure will risk making a move to get past Hazer here. As with the time penalties, he'll just move up in front of him anyway. But Hazer, as Warner has come across the line. Merckx comes across the line now, sets the fastest lap while doing it. Hazer will come across the line in P7, but will drop behind Woody. They both celebrate, and Hazer slams it and then slams into the kick as well. And we have Ivy coming across the line, getting passed by Jess. And there you have the end of the race this evening. I'm not sure who I'm going to be picking for driver of the day. Can't really. If we could have a chaos of the day, I still don't know who. It'd be. I'm not going to see anything, can we? Oh, we do. Oh, we have Mr. P falling on stage. There you go, Mr. P leading the way for the Alpines. Deck in P2. Black Panther on his return. P3. We have the race winner of Mr. P. Not even in the picture. Fastest lap goes to Merckx. Driver of the day, it says is Deck. And most overtakes, it says Deck as well. But actually, Mr. P doesn't even like his picture being taken in the game. and didn't have one. But we have your race results there. We go to direct our, just get all the incidents because there was a lot of them, and the pit stops. Will I get them in time? I do. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. We hope you have a pleasant evening, and yeah, enjoy yourselves.